right, Marty. It's now year 3 for Connor Bedard in the NHL. And after 2 years where year 1, 61 points in 68 games. Year 2, a slight improvement. He got to 67 points, but that's over an 82-game season. So the points per game dropped. So let me ask you, Marty, is Connor Bedard still on a superstar trajectory?
Well, I mean, Frankie, what's a superstar, right? Top 5 in the NHL, top 10, top 20? Because there's a lot of fantastic players in the NHL. Do you have to look at maybe just the numbers? 90-plus points, 40-plus goals. I think Connor Bedard is still on a trajectory that's going to get him above 90 points and probably above 40 goals. So if that is superstar category, I think he can still do it. But when I look at superstar, for me, I just put it in a very, very small group, right? And I think you got to get to 50 goals. You got to get to 100 points. Like, that's what I look for in a superstar. And I don't think Connor Bedard is going to be there. Now, I know last year everybody talked about, oh, it wasn't that great of a year for Connor Bedard. But before the Four Nations face-off, he was right there, almost a point a game. I do believe that this season he gets to a point a game. He gets to 82 points in 82 games. But that's still not superstar for now. But I think in the future, he will get to 90-plus. He will get to 40 goals. So in my book, that is still superstar category for Connor Bedard. It's not super elite, right? It's not top 5 in the NHL.
You bring up a really good point there about the points per game heading into the Four Nations face-off, because if you go back to Connor Bedard's first year, before he got hurt in that hit against New Jersey, he was almost a point per game player. He finishes the season with 68 games played. He's almost a point per game player in year 1. Now, year 2 was not exactly the same trajectory, but we also have a little bit of an example of how this could work, and that's Nathan MacKinnon. It really took Nathan MacKinnon about 4 years to get to where he is now, where you never look back at it. What happened with MacKinnon, in 2016-2017, Mikko Rantanen arrived onto the scene. MacKinnon had 53 points, Rantanen had 38. And the next season, 2017-2018, all of a sudden, both of these guys exploded. MacKinnon had 97, Rantanen had 84. The Colorado Avalanche went from a basement team to a playoff team. So you know what Connor Bedard needs? He needs someone to play with. If Chicago has a bad enough season again, they could conceivably draft Gavin McKenna, and that could be the Mikko Rantanen. Now, I say this, and we know that Nathan MacKinnon doesn't need Mikko Rantanen in order to be Nathan MacKinnon, but he's gotten himself to that point. So maybe there's a world where Connor Bedard has a wingman and eventually gets to the point where it's like, doesn't matter who's playing next to him, he's just that good of a player, but he does need a little more help around him, Marty.
And Ryan Donato had a good season last year, and he's a good wingman, but not at that same level. And you mentioned year 4 for Nathan MacKinnon. It was also year 4 for Jack Eichel. He had never gotten to 60 points, and boom, he gets to 82. That's in year 4. So I think we can still give Connor Bedard some time. Now, Jack Eichel wasn't a first overall pick. The guy before him, he's super elite, superstar. That was Connor McDavid. But I do believe that the losing aspect, right, of Colorado, when they started winning, boom, MacKinnon was on the scene. The losing aspect of Jack Eichel with the Buffalo Sabres, all of a sudden, Jack Eichel in Vegas, he's a superstar. I think that has to be fixed, and Chicago has to look at their team. Yes, they hired a new coach. Yes, they went from 52 points to 61 points. Can they get to 80 as a team this year? That's going to help Connor Bedard, but they have to make some steps as a team to help their superstar. And he'll always be compared to Macklin Celebrini, and Celebrini last year was the shiny new toy. We'll see if San Jose and Chicago, which team takes a big step this year, it's going to help Bedard or Celebrini try to achieve superstar status.
Listen, one thing is undeniable. Connor Bedard entered the NHL with an elite skill set. At some point, you would think that skill set translates to him being a superstar. We will see if that happens in year 3 for Connor Bedard in the NHL.